is this. You all know how do you all know how much I'm looking forward to this game based on what we saw of it 2 years ago. I was so excited at this video game. It looked fun, it looked fresh, it looked interesting. And it still looks that way, mostly. But it's been 2 years, or it's been a year now. You've announced it. The game, according to all the news that I had seen, was supposed to come out months ago. It was announced at the PlayStation 5 showcase with this kind of underlying like, oh, you're not saying it, but we are all kind of agreeing by the way you're presenting it that this would be like a launch title, or at least close to a launch title for the PlayStation 5. This trailer to me is very confusing. If you guys are willing, we can watch it together if you feel like it. I would love to do that with you. This trailer, or this video, this in the state of play, is very confusing to me by the way it presents the game. And then, like, we don't even have, there's no rating. There's not even a release window, like, coming late 2021. Like, you announced the game a year ago with this kind of cheeky, it'll be out with the PS5, and then now we don't know at all when we're going to get this cute little game. And it's not, I mean, it started out as a cute little Kickstarter, but now it's become far bigger than. Let's watch it. I'm not going to wait for you guys to tell me it's okay to watch it. Let's watch it. Lady Starlight. What's up, Lady Starlight? Alright, this is Little Devil Inside. This is Little Devil Inside. If you need us to go back, we can go back and watch another one. How you doing? How you doing? Also, chat, you'll be happy to know that Tank arrived in my island. Tank the Rhino arrived in my island right on time this morning, and we said hello. So here, this is the new trailer, the new gameplay video, I guess, for Little Devil Inside that I find very confusing. I love this. I love this aesthetic. I love these characters. To me, this looks far better after they took it off the live stream. I just want to play this game so bad, but you'll see in a minute. I'll tell you why I'm confused. New meaning to tank hype. Double tank, tank squared, tank to the second power. I'll explain to you why I'm confused by the gameplay. So we're getting on a train at a train station. Now we have this top-down travel map.
Like any other day, Billy sets out on another job.
The camera zooms in. We're now on the train.
Looks like he's reading the letter.
We're now an actual character. Is this gameplay?
The job seems simple enough. Is
this gameplay? Did someone press a button? Hype to the 110th power for this game? For me, yes. I'm all about all of this. But did he press a button to go into the train while we were traveling? At first I thought, oh, that's a loading screen between fast traveling and you watch the train go to your new area. But then now we're in our inventory while we're on the train. So maybe you press a button and now you're inside the train. I can get on board with that. Maybe I press a button, now I'm outside the train. Zoom in a little tighter, we're at the new train station. We're where we want to be.
At Cornfield Station. He needs to meet.
Now we've got this top-down Russian nesting doll looking view of people. And we've got a building up there. You'll see in a second how we move around, but we're controlling this little guy moving. If you can see him at the train station.
Who should be nearby. Oh, there's an old lady up ahead.
So now we're Now we're a little guy on an overworld. Okay, that makes sense to me. Kinda. Maybe this isn't all an open world, but maybe once we get up here to this area with the professor up here or whatever, maybe that area of forest is like a little world that we can walk around in, or a little level, or a little whatever. Maybe.
During travel, you can engage with various people.
We've zoomed in now. During travel, you can engage with various people. So at any point, can I zoom down and just walk on the road, or is it only right here by this lady?
Sometimes to buy goods, or simply ask for directions.
I don't really need directions. I can see the guy. There's a professor. I know what he looks like, and I can see he's right there by that white house. I don't need directions. So is that just a quality of life thing? Is this overworld little Russian nesting doll little chess pawn thing, is that even part of the game? Or is that just for the purposes of this video? Right? I don't know. Chat, you can tell me at any time that this is not interesting to you. I promise. Tell me at any time and we can stop. But I'm very interested because it's so confusing to me. Because up until now, we haven't seen anything like this. And up until, and this overworld looks like a bunch of different biomes and places that you could walk around possibly or whatever. And I thought at one point they said it was an open world game. But why would they go through the time to make that little 2-second interaction with that lady? Or hey Tank, hey Italo, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to the stream. I'm currently analyzing the new Little Devil Inside gameplay video we got yesterday, and I'm explaining why I'm very confused by it. So, we arrive where we want to be. No, I'm intrigued. This is a very odd way to approach a trailer. I too, very intrigued. Very worried a little bit about the confusing way that you play this game. Alright, so we've arrived up here at this guy. I don't know why I've been pointing. I have my cursor here. I be well, Italo. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing very well. This is one of my most anticipated games that was announced last year that I really want to play. They put out a trailer or another update video on it yesterday. This is that video. Spoiler alert, there's no date or release window. So, we're moving in. We got off our train and we've waddled over here to where we're supposed to be. Alright, now we zoom in. Hey, Flizzty, what's up? Now we zoom in, but there's no little interaction with the characters. Now there's a blocky house here. There's a car.
On certain occasions,
we just get in the car.
Is available to travel together.
We just get in the car and drive. A minute ago, we walked up to a lady with a fruit stand.
During travel,
and we zoomed in.
Various people. Sometimes to buy
and we
goods.
talked to this lady at her little. There's corn models inside of this, like wanted, dead or alive. There's a monster. Oh, I love that. That's super sweet. I love this wanted thing. But we zoomed in to talk to this lady with 3D models in the world or whatever,
and
then
ask for directions.
Then we just get in the car.
Occasions, the crew is available to travel together. During world map travel, you can encounter various events, some bigger than others. In this case, a flock of sheep blocking the road.
During world map travel, you can encounter various events. So this is world map travel. You're telling me that old lady, I could zoom in and hang out with that old lady and actually be my character but I can't zoom in to get in the car over here. We're not going to zoom in and hang out with these sheep at all. We can't wander through this area at all. It's just we beep our horn and drive past the sheep. And that's what we're going to show at the state of play. Some jiggly sheep.
Looks like they have arrived near their destination.
We've now
Billy
arrived near our
heads towards
destination.
An eerie-looking mansion.
Okay. Now we're zoomed in. We're playing the game. Did that just happen? Is that how it happens in the game? In one frame, we're walking towards the spooky mansion, and then in the next frame, we're playing the game 3D. Am I crazy in thinking this is the most confusing gameplay reveal ever, or gameplay update ever? What is the game?
To fulfill his
so we walk up the hill, and now we're at the mansion. Now I'm starting to think this is the game. Now so this is the game, right? This is what we'll be doing the most of is wandering up to houses and going on adventures maybe. But I'm a little bit annoyed to think. Yeah, it's not a gameplay reveal, excuse me. I'm a little bit annoyed to think that we've been waiting for this long and this is what I get. I travel from tiny area to tiny area. Like you're going to give me this little baby area to walk around in. I mean, unless there's like 100 of those areas, this does look very chopped. Yeah, like unless there's a bunch, like, you know, just unless it's just structured in a way that I just don't understand yet.
Simple task, of course.
So we wander in.
He's greeted by who seems like the owner. The job is to pick up a mysterious artifact and deliver it to Professor Vincent. Looks like it's kept in the mansion's basement.
Alright, what I'm assuming is... What I'm going to assume, even if they call it a state of play, there's no way we'll call it anything other than a trailer. I got you. What I'm assuming is that maybe we're definitely going to miss some of this mission or whatever we're going on. We're not going to see him play the whole thing. So I'm picturing like you walk in here and this guy says, "Oh, but feel free to explore the house or whatever." Or maybe we have to like wander around and sneak around and try to get this artifact, and we go through this door and we come up here and we go through that door or whatever. But it doesn't give me any idea that that's what we'll be doing.
To Professor Vincent.
It makes it seem like we're just walking around behind him. They definitely have bits of gameplay, but maybe they're playing it up to make it look more entertaining. Well, to me, they're making it look less entertaining. For me. Unfortunately. So maybe that's their attempt. And they're failing at it. I don't like this. I don't like this. You don't what? This is a complete cutscene view? It's a movie. Hey, ARC.
Looks like it's kept in the mansion's basement, leaving behind the unsettling signs on the wall. Billy enters the basement chamber.
Hey, good morning, ARC. Oh, could have seen that coming from a mile away.
Well, it turns out that the job is not going to be so simple after all.
Alright, so, I presume that maybe we wander around this guy's mansion, and maybe that's what we're not seeing, and maybe that's what's confusing me. Maybe there's a whole mansion level between when you open the door and this moment. Maybe there's an hour and a half, 2 hours of gameplay. This reminds me of the Sexy Brutal art style-wise. The Sexy Brutal. I've never heard of the Sexy Brutal. So maybe that's it. Maybe there's a whole level. Maybe I've been playing the game for 2 hours since I wandered up to this mansion. Right? I'm assuming maybe that. I'm hoping maybe that. Maybe that's the point. Maybe I'm getting hung up with the area around the mansion when really it does sound like a not safe for work. The Sexy Brutal. That sounds a little bit less like a not safe for work game, but still a little. So maybe the mansion is the level, and that's why I'm getting all bound up. And this is a boss fight at the end or something.
Ever since leaving the mansion, strange.
But this is where it gets more confusing to me. Ever since leaving the mansion, strange-looking creatures constantly appear. So maybe that's the beginning of the game. What? But ever since did we leave the mansion, strange creatures appear. Now we're running in an area that seems nondescript. Now we're running in an area in a crossroads that looks exactly like something from right here. Maybe we're even running right here at this crossroads, or right here, or right here. You know, like, what? Is this just an option? Can I just zoom out to world travel to make world travel faster? I don't know. I don't know. Chat, I'm confused.
Ever since leaving the mansion,
But this combat looks like a lot of fun.
constantly appear. Here he is
Look at
surrounded
that.
by a mob, striking and sticking the blade into enemies to pull and throw them around.
Yeah!
During his
Is that not so confusing, or am I just stupid? It's like Majora's Mask, where you have a time limit and you solve puzzles based on events that happen throughout the set time that's in a time loop. The Sexy Brutale. I'm going to need to clip all this and make it into a YouTube video. The Sexy Brutale. Well, looky there. Looks cool. Interesting. I've never heard of that game. All right. Maybe it's an open world. But if it's an open, I'm just so confused by that. That overworld map has confused me. Now we're in the ocean.
his travels, Billy needs to resort to his survival instincts and
I love this scene. I love the idea of there's this guy that we're with and we're traveling with him for some reason. Maybe we're hungry and we've got a fish.
often be
But how do we get to the ocean? Was there an overworld where I was on that boat and then in the middle of the overworld it was like, you know, kind of like a Pokemon battle, and it was like, and then it zoomed in and it said, you've got a fish, and then all I do is fish. I pull the fish out, I chop it up, we eat it in my inventory or whatever, and then, you know, we zoom back out and continue our travel across the ocean. That doesn't sound appealing to me very much. And now we're zoomed in, we're wandering through the desert as the little doll babies.
being exposed to the harsh side of Mother Nature.
But then we zoom in to make camp.
Desert environment is one such place. Finding safe places to camp and cooking up food is all part of the journey. This time, a sub-zero climate. And worse, caught in a snow blizzard. Struggling to pull his companion out of the snow.
And this angle just looks like a cutscene. This doesn't look like you're actually playing the game.
What will be their fate? Lead.
But now we're in the same configuration that we were in the desert section, where the three of us were bopping along as little doll guys. Now we're in that same configuration, but we're walking in 3D into this tunnel. It also looks like they're trying extra hard not to give away too many secrets about the game, like the trailer is choppy and vague, and maybe that's it too. That could be
Billy
it.
throughout his journey, and imagine what he has to face. Some expected, more often not. Oh my. Welcome to the world of Little Devil Inside.
That was a really cool monster. I'm very interested in that. And it could just be level based. It could just be a level base. You're right. It could just be a level based game. And just like what I said earlier with the you wandering to, you're on the overworld and you move from level to level. But the only thing that makes me think, that's the only thing that doesn't let that fully take root in my brain, is this thing with the old lady.
Lady up ahead.
There's an old lady up ahead.
During travel, you
1,
can engage with
2,
various people.
3, 4,
Sometimes
5,
you buy goods,
6,
or simply
7,
ask for
8,
directions.
9, 10, 11, 12. 12 seconds. 12 seconds you spend with that old lady. But they take the time to zoom in on it. That's where I'm confused. That's what made the whole thing confusing. Without that, I probably could have just assumed, oh, it's level based and you overworld travel to different events from your missions. But that doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense to me at all. She just sells corn. She can't be the shop. And all we did was get directions. All right, I'll do you one better. I'll do you one better. What about on the train? Overworld travel on the train. Zoom in. Zoom in for seemingly no reason. We have some time to fiddle around on the train. Why am I messing with my inventory on the train if I'm just traveling? To prepare for a level mission. If it was an open world, I would get, well, I want to make sure I got some downtime. I want to make sure that I got my inventory right because I may meet something on the way to my destination. But if I know that it's a level-based game, why there's no need to mess with this because at the beginning of the level I'll probably get a chance to fiddle with my loadout. Or at the beginning of the level, it's not just going to drop you into the middle of combat. So at the beginning of the level you can sit and fiddle with your crap. But this makes it seem like, well, I'm worried about what might happen to me.
Looks like he arrives.
I'm worried what might happen to me here. Chat, I'm way too neurotic about this one. I'm just concerned. I'm so concerned about this game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry I'm overdoing it. Oh goodness. Kind of seems like a partial open world where, like you said, there are just a lot of little places with an overview of the travel between. She's the main killer of the story. That could be it. That could be it. This bugs me. It's not gonna bug. I don't think it'll bug me either way. I think I'll enjoy the game either way. Also, if it's not, why does it matter what time it is? When I arrive at this station, why does it matter what time it is? If this is just like a level thing, it doesn't matter that it's 2:30 in the afternoon when I arrive here to wander over here and then drive up. I mean, maybe that's just a level of detail. But that just doesn't. The level thing I get, I completely get it, and it could be that, but it doesn't seem like that to me. It seems like this is just confusing. Flavor text, maybe. Like you can play it through in 3D, but overworld can be messed with and you're pulled down by force in certain areas for certain encounters. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. So I could definitely see that. Maybe if I wanted to, I could do the whole thing on the ground. And if I wanted to walk that little path, I could walk up to that old lady. Or, to save time, I could overworld it and go into travel mode or whatever and just hop my way there. It wouldn't take that long. It would save me on time. But when I pass by that lady, when I click on her, it zooms me in to the 3D view. As well as, maybe, like you said, there are encounters that must occur at certain places. And so if I'm traveling through there, it yanks me down. That I can see. That I think is the most plausible. I think that is the most plausible idea for this. I have very much enjoyed myself looking at this trailer, though. Maybe that's a new series we do, is I dissect trailers. Maybe I'm not very good at it.